Facepunch just had their quarterly Hackweek, and the things they built are insane. They made voxel worlds inside S&BOX, Gaussian splatting rendering, two-dimensional physics that actually works. And meanwhile, the game just got a massive performance update, a new chat system, and their first standalone Steam game is already in the works. And nobody is talking about any of this. So let me break it all down for you. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the S&BOX Weekly News, where I cover everything happening in S&BOX so you don't have to scroll through 100 forum posts. Let's get into it. First up, the biggest news this week, Hackweek. Every quarter, Facepunch does this thing where their team gets to work on whatever they want for a week. No rules, no deadlines, just pure experimentation. And this time, they built some absolutely crazy stuff. The first thing they showed off is voxel support. Yes, actual voxels inside S&BOX. They built a system that lets you create voxel-based worlds with destructible terrain. Think Minecraft, but on Source 2 engine with proper lighting and physics. And this is not just a concept. They actually got it running and playable. Imagine building a Minecraft-style survival game, but with the graphics and physics of a modern engine. That's what's now possible. Second thing from Hackweek, Gaussian splatting. For those who don't know what this is, Gaussian splatting is a rendering technique that lets you capture real-world scenes and render them in 3 dimensions. It's basically like taking a photo of a room and then walking around inside that photo in a game. This is bleeding-edge technology that most game engines don't even support yet, and Facepunch has it working as a prototype in S&BOX. If this makes it into the main build, creators could literally scan real locations and put them into their games. Third thing, and this one is huge for two-dimensional game developers. They added Box 2D physics support. And the clever part is how they did it. Instead of having a completely separate physics system for two-dimensional games, which is what most engines do and it's a nightmare, they literally took their existing 3-dimensional physics and made it work in 2 dimensions. Same API, same tools, just one less dimension. This means if you know how to make a 3-dimensional game in S&BOX, you already know how to make a 2-dimensional game. That's brilliant engineering, and it lowers the barrier for creators massively. By the way, if you're already building games and creating content in S&BOX, check out sboxmrkt.net. It's a marketplace where you can buy and sell S&BOX skins with lower fees than Steam, crypto payments for instant settlement, and a referral program that gives you 50% of the commission from everyone you invite. Link in the description. Now let's talk about the latest update that dropped on May 20th, update 26.0520. This is a meaty one. The headline feature is the new default platform chat system. Every game in S&BOX now has a built-in chat that just works out of the box. Developers can toggle it on or off in their project settings and hook into it with code. This sounds simple, but it's actually huge, because before this, every game developer had to build their own chat system from scratch. Now it's just there, ready to go. And this means more games will have working chat, which means more social interaction, which means more player retention. Performance improvements. This update includes significant fixes to loading times and frame rates. They've been pushing hard on optimization since launch, and you can feel it. Games that used to take 30 seconds to load are now loading in under 10, and frame rates are more stable across the board. This matters because nothing kills a platform faster than poor performance, and Facepunch knows this. New tutorials. They added built-in tutorials to help new developers get started. This is critical because the #1 complaint from new users is that the learning curve is too steep. With proper tutorials, more people will actually finish their first game instead of giving up after an hour. And here's something interesting. They mentioned that Summer Cottage is being piloted as the first standalone Steam game from S&BOX. Remember that deal with Valve where creators can publish standalone games on Steam with 0 royalties to Facepunch? Well, it's actually happening now. Summer Cottage is the test case, and if it works, we could see dozens of standalones and box games on Steam by the end of the year. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the AI slop problem, because this has been the biggest source of controversy since launch. According to Wikipedia, 24% of Steam reviews for S&BOX mention AI as a point of contention. That's almost 1 in 4 reviews complaining about AI-generated games flooding the platform. And I get it. Nobody wants to scroll through 100 low-effort AI-generated games to find one that's actually good. But here's what Facepunch is doing about it. Gary Newman himself addressed this, saying, "We don't encourage using AI to be creative. We don't encourage using AI to create games for you. But we do acknowledge that it's a good learning tool and a good productivity tool. We'll be taking action to promote human creativity and push, obviously, AI-created slop off the main page." And they've already implemented AI thumbnail punishment in a previous update, which means games with AI-generated thumbnails get pushed down in discovery. And honestly, this is the right approach. You can't ban AI entirely because it is a useful tool. But you can make sure that low-effort AI spam doesn't drown out genuine human creativity. And Facepunch seems to understand this balance. If you're creating genuine content in S&BOX and want to monetize your cosmetics, SUPOXMRKT.net is the place to trade. Lower commission than Steam, crypto payments, and that 50% referral program. Early movers on the marketplace are already building passive income. Link in the description. Now let's look at the numbers because data tells the real story. Player count. It's fluctuating between 2,000 and 4,000 concurrent players, which for a game that's been out for less than a month is actually not terrible. For context, Gary's mod had similar numbers in its early days and eventually grew to have millions of monthly players. The key metric isn't concurrent players right now, it's the trajectory. And with weekly updates, a growing creator economy, and the standalone games program, the trajectory looks positive. The play fund has been doubled by Facepunch. This means creators who build popular games get paid more real money based on engagement. This is huge because it creates a direct financial incentive for quality content. The more players your game gets, the more money you earn. And with the fund being doubled, the earning potential is now significant enough to attract serious developers. Review scores are at 64 out of 100 on Steam, which is mixed, and most of the negative reviews are about AI slop, which means if Facepunch successfully addresses that problem, the review score should climb naturally. Everything else about the game, the tools, the engine, the performance, is generally praised. And here's a stat that nobody is talking about. The workshop already has thousands of community-created items, maps, models, materials, and clothing. This is the foundation of a healthy ecosystem, and the more content creators contribute, the more valuable the platform becomes. It's a flywheel effect. According to gaming industry analysts, platforms like Roblox and Fortnite Creative saw their biggest growth between month 6 and month 18 after launch. S&BOX is currently at month 1. So if historical patterns hold, the real growth hasn't even started yet. Let's talk about what's coming next, because the roadmap gives us some hints. More performance optimization is coming. Facepunch has made it clear that performance is their top priority, and every update includes significant improvements. Expect loading times to get even faster and frame rates to get even higher. Better discovery and moderation tools are in the pipeline. This will help quality games surface and push AI slop down, which should improve the new player experience significantly. The standalone games program is expanding. My Summer Cottage is just the beginning. Once the pipeline is proven, expect more creators to take their S&BOX games and publish them as standalone Steam titles. This could be a game changer for indie developers who want to build on Source 2 without the overhead of licensing a full engine. And cosmetics. The skin economy is still in its very early stages, but as the player base grows, demand for cosmetics will grow with it. And this is where SBoxMarket.net comes in. If you want to trade S&BOX skins at lower fees than Steam with crypto payment support and a 50% referral commission, check it out. Link in the description. Being early on a marketplace when the economy is small means you'll be established when it gets big. So here's my take on the state of S&BOX right now. The fundamentals are strong. The team is shipping at an incredible pace. The technology is impressive. The creator economy is growing. And the standalone games deal with Valve is unprecedented. The main challenges are AI slot perception and building the initial player base. But both of these are solvable problems, and Facepunch is actively working on them. If you're a developer, now is the time to start building on S&BOX. The tools are ready, the platform is live, the Play Fund is paying real money, and the standalone games program means your creation could become its own Steam game. That's an opportunity that didn't exist a month ago. Subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you next week with more S&BOX news. Peace.